And welcome again to beautiful Cambridge, Massachusetts, inside the Reviewed Lab for the fourth and final installment of How to Hack Prime Day with Reviewed, part of the USA Today Network. I'm Ralphie Aversa, alongside, of course, David Kender, editor-in-chief of Reviewed. By the way, if you've missed any of these episodes, you can watch them right now on demand over at primeday.usatoday.com. Dave, we made it to the last day. Can you believe it?
We did, and I am just as excited as I was on day one. So
fantastic. All right, so obviously when you think shopping holidays, you think about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and of course it's in the winter time, it's colder, it leads into the holiday shopping season. But Prime Day is happening in the middle of June, so we're gonna try to stay cool?
So you're trying to stay cool.
All right.
And I don't know if you know this, but I am a gigantic coffee nerd. It is a hobby, it is a passion, and I have a bunch of different recommendations for hot coffee. But in the summer, I don't drink hot coffee because it's too hot. I'm trying to stay cool. So cold brew is a way of life, making good cold brew. And we tested a bunch of them in our labs. And this is our favorite right here, the Takea.
What I love about it already is how simple it looks. How does it work?
So it could not be simpler. It could not be cheaper or easier to clean. Let me show you. So you just unscrew this. And in here, there's a basket where you're gonna put coarse ground coffee beans. You always wanna use coarse ground when you're doing cold brew. And then you fill this up with water. You just drop this in the top, screw it closed, stick it in the fridge overnight, and the next morning, you take that out again and you wake up to a nice fresh jar of cold brew.
8 hours, 10 hours?
8 to 12 hours,
Okay.
and longer if you want it to be a little bit stronger.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So right off the bat, you're going to save time, especially maybe if you're returning to a morning commute again, or you're trying to get kids out the door to school, to camp, whatever the case may be. You mentioned a really good price point, though. So how much am I going to be saving? What does this cost?
So here's what we love about this most. It's 20 bucks.
Wow.
It's 20 bucks. So this may or may not be on sale on Prime Day. We don't know yet, but honestly, who cares? At 20 bucks, it is such a good value. And considering that you're probably spending $3 to $5 on just a glass if you go out, this is gonna pay for itself in a week.
Yeah, that's really incredible. And one of the other nice things too, one of the many nice things about the products that you're gonna read about over at primeday.usatoday.com, regardless of if they are in fact on sale for Prime Day or not, they're still highly recommended and tested in the lab right here in Cambridge by the team at Reviewed. All right, so we've talked a lot of cold brew. Only 20 bucks for this fairly simple, cold brew device. Let's try a little cold brew.
Yeah, we talked the talk. You want to walk the walk?
Yeah, let's do it, please. I'm sitting here looking at it with the cubes and everything before it melts. Cheers, David. Ah, fantastic. You're saving time, you're saving money, and you're drinking delicious cold brew. Love that. Gonna love this for summertime. Also, loving some new maybe, Bluetooth speakers, headphones. Let's talk about audio products with Managing Editor of Electronics here at Reviewed, Ryan Juanita. All right, time to talk summer tech. Ryan Juanita. Ryan, what are we starting with here?
Well, everybody needs a speaker. If you're gonna go outside, you're gonna go do some stuff, you're gonna maybe go to the lake, the ocean, wherever. So you're gonna want a good Bluetooth speaker. I'm starting out with the Jbl Clip Four. This is a vibrant speaker, as you can tell. You can tell who makes it, in case you were wondering. It's right there for you. I love this speaker for a lot of reasons. One, you can hang it anywhere. It's a great shower speaker, but that's not the only place it sits around. It can go along with you just about anywhere because it's really easy to pack. It's got IPX6-7 water and dust resistance. So you can dunk it if you need to. Don't put it in the ocean. That's a bad idea. But if it drops into a pool or something like that, it's going to be okay. And again, yeah, it's just really easy to take along. Sounds great. And at $70, it's a pretty easy thing to pick up.
You said, for the not as tech literate Ryan, IPX6-7. Explain that for us.
Thank you. Yes, we get a little into those numbers. So the 6 is your dust resistance, and that basically is ingress, so it stops the dust from getting in. And the 7, as I was kind of trying to point out, it's basically you can dunk it if you want to get really technical. It's 3 feet for 30 minutes. It can sit underwater. So basically, if it falls into the pool, you don't want to let it sit down there forever, but it can stay down there for a while.
Absolutely love it. All right, what do we have next as far as the Bluetooth speakers?
So if you want to go up a level in many ways, we've got this bad boy here. It has 360 sound, they call it. It's not coming out of the top or bottom, but it comes out of all sides, so it's very immersive. It's powerful. You get a lot of bass response. You get actually really good detail in the treble, in the mid-range. So it's one of the best sounding speakers you can actually buy. It's got the dust and the water resistance, up to 20 hours of battery life.
Ryan, as you're sitting there holding it, and I see the name of the product's called the Mega Boom. I mean, we're talking portable speakers, but how portable is this speaker?
Yeah, this is 2 pounds of audio love right here. So yeah, it's not going to be as easy to put in your backpack. Again, you might be able to take somebody's legs out with it. So really what I love this for is your backyard barbecue. It's really great for sort of your more sitting around, hanging around type situation. You can definitely take it with you on a trip or take it to the pool, but it is going to, it's going to take up a lot of space in that bag. And it's not an insignificant weight. And this one's a little more expensive. Again, I was trying to say $150, $200. So it kind of depends, but we do see these going on sale a lot. And you really get your money's worth with this one.
All right, last Bluetooth speaker. What do you have for us, Ryan?
Yeah, the last one we have is if you're not looking to spend that kind of money, you can get the Anker Soundcore 2. This is our best value speaker. This is a $40 speaker. Has up to 24 hours of battery. Again, it's got that IPX7, so it doesn't have the dust, but it does have the water resistance. It has a built-in mic, and it sounds very good for what you're getting in that speaker for 40 bucks. It also just, you can take it along anywhere. It's really portable.
So Ryan, I got a question for you because I'm looking for a wearable for this summer for a certain someone in my family. And I know that the Fitbit Versa 2 was a really, really big seller last Amazon Prime Day. I believe that is not your favorite one. So what would you recommend for a wearable for fitness tracking and stuff like that?
You really kind of want to go up a level, and you're not really going that much higher in price to go into, if you're an iPhone person, the Apple Watch SE. Now, the Apple Watch 6 is very expensive, but the Apple Watch SE is a really great way to sort of get into that Apple luxury for not that much money, because it's $279. You can maybe find it for less than that. And it has some of those extra features like the GPS tracking. It has a microphone and speaker, which the Versa doesn't have. It's really actually very similar to the more pricey Series 6. If you have an iPhone, this is a really great product. You're going to feel kind of like you get a little luxury, but you're also going to get that fitness tracking. So it's kind of a more well-rounded product.
All right, now, maybe you're not into Apple products per se. Any other wearables that you could recommend?
Yeah, and that is the problem with the Apple Watch, is it does not work with Android. So you are absolutely out of luck. Unless you know you're locking into iPhone, you're probably going to want to go to something else. And that we really recommend for that the Samsung Galaxy Active 2. Now, this one's getting a little older, but it is a great value. It has very similar features. It does have the always-on display. It's got a great OLED display. It has the GPS like we were talking about. Incredible fitness tracking. Track all kinds of fitness stuff. Up to 2 days of battery life if you're not doing the GPS. It'll suck it a little harder if you're doing the GPS. It has a little bit limited third-party apps and a few things that aren't quite maybe as fluid as the Apple Watch. But really, if you are part of that Android crowd, this is the way to go.
I actually am a part of that Android crowd. I have, hold on, wait a minute, not too far off. Yes, I still have a BlackBerry, believe it or not, that runs on Android. But I am really into not so much wearables, but Bluetooth headphones. I need my music and I need functionality. I need something that's going to stay in my ear. I need something that sounds good. I don't want to really break the bank, though, if I don't have to. I don't know, David, should I just get a pair of AirPods and call it a day or no?
These are not cheap, but they are incredibly popular. And the AirPods Pro, they do tend to go on sale. We don't know yet exactly what's going to go on sale for Prime Day. They don't announce that until last minute. And even then, sometimes they change. But the Apples are super popular. But Ryan here is the most opinionated man that I know about headphones. And he and I were talking earlier. And I know you've got some stuff to say about headphones.
Look, the Apple AirPods Pro are great. I think one of the things that they do really well is just the fit and the comfort. They're extremely light at around 5 grams. They're just really easy to put in. They're really easy to use. They're really easy to set up. If you're looking for simplicity, they're great. But they are not the best all-around pair of earbuds at their price point. That I'm going to pull to the Jabra Elite 85. The Jabra Elite 85T. So this is a pair of headphones that kind of does it all. And it doesn't matter if you're iPhone. It doesn't matter if you're Android. It has virtually every feature you can think of. It has comprehensive controls. Unlike the AirPods, you've got volume controls locked in there. They're a little bulkier, I will give you that, and they're not quite as simplistic and easy to use. But if you're looking for a better all-around device and you're looking for something that'll work with Android or iOS basically the same, I really like the Jabra Elite 85T. They're around 220 bucks. We see them going on sale a lot, but you get a lot for that money.
All right, Ryan, what else do you got?
Yeah, so on the other end of the spectrum, let's say you want something a little bit more comfy and something that, if you don't mind having a little bit more weight on your head, there's the Sony Wh-1000x M4. Really rolls off the tongue. Hard to forget that one. It's great branding.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Nobody said they were the best at branding, but no, these headphones are incredible. They kind of have it all. They have incredible battery life. I think it's up to 25 to 30 hours. You've got great sound. You've got killer ANC, the active noise canceling. And then you've got this sort of app that has basically every feature under the sun. We're talking about things like adjusting for cabin pressure when you're in the air, so you don't feel that pressure against your ears. So it kind of just takes care of everything.
And David, please model them one more time.
No, absolutely. I love these things.
They're kind of fantastic.
All right, so obviously you mentioned those, and that's on the higher end as far as budget, but maybe we don't want to spend as much. Ryan, do you have a third option for us?
You know, Amazon itself came out with the new Echo Buds, the Gen 2. We were also really impressed with them. They're about $120. And man, they really do a good job with their noise canceling, their sound. It's a huge value package. So we're seeing with true wireless earbuds specifically, every company is sort of one-upping, the company that came out before them. Every time we see a new iteration, they're sort of raising the value game, raising the features that you're getting. So it's a really fun time to be looking for those kind of earbuds.
Awesome. Ryan Juanita, Managing Editor Electronics at Reviewed. Ryan, thank you so much for the knowledge. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
And David, don't go anywhere because we have more questions from viewers and we're answering them next. Ryan, thanks so much. And now it's time for Prime Day Q&A, the questions submitted for today. This is actually a really good one, and one that I'm actually curious to hear the answer as well. If an item is on sale for Prime Day and I purchase it, is its return policy affected because it's on sale?
So generally speaking, no. Amazon is really, really good about their return policy. If it's a product that you purchased from Amazon on Amazon, so if they were the actual seller, then you can return a product for almost any reason. And they know that customer loyalty is so important that it's worth giving up a few bucks or giving up the loss of an item because they're looking at the long dollar, and we really benefit from that. The only caveat there is that there are a lot of things that you buy on Amazon that are actually coming from other sellers, and that's the Amazon Marketplace that we've talked about before. And it's usually pretty clearly labeled. You'll see it on the product page, and in those cases, you're just going to want to check on the page. You can see what the return policy is.
And the terminology, by the way, that we're looking for is shipped and sold by Amazon as opposed to shipped and sold by
Exactly.
X. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. If you're shopping off of Amazon, return policies vary really widely. I mean, Nordstrom is famous for its incredible return policy. You can sometimes return stuff you didn't even buy there. And in my experience, on the other end of the spectrum, J.Crew is terrible with their return policy. They charge you for everything. So my advice is to always scroll to the bottom of the page, look for the About Us or something like that, look for FAQs, read the return policy, always read it so that you know what you're getting into. And that it goes especially true for fashion and for big bulky items. For clothes, obviously it's because of fit. For bulky items, things like TVs, those are very fragile and they break on the way to your house sometimes. So you're going to want to know what you're getting into.
Absolutely. And we talk about those other retailers, not just Amazon, because those other retailers are getting into Prime Day as well. They already have. You can see a list of those retailers, all the products reviewed and recommended, and much more, including all of these episodes, How to Hack Prime Day, over at primeday.usatoday.com. Can you believe we did it? We got through a whole week. We got through all of these episodes. I couldn't have done it without you, first of all. So thank you very much. And a big thank you as well to our crews that came in from Atlanta, from the DMV area, from New York City, of course, the entire team here in Cambridge, Massachusetts as well. A lot of teamwork, in-person teamwork, first time for a lot of us in a while.
It was great. We're coming out of the plague.
That's it that we've absolutely loved. And thank you, of course, for tuning in. This has been How to Hack Prime Day with Reviewed, part of the USA Today Network.